Have you ever seen someone who could captivate the world just by being themselves? Someone whose presence feels magnetic even decades later? That person is Ann-Margret, the Swedish-born actress and singer who became one of Hollywood's most unforgettable stars. We are looking at some of her photos that left very little to the imagination, showing her bold side, her confidence, and her charm that still fascinates fans worldwide. Before you scroll away, stay with me, because these photos are not just about glamour. They tell a story about her life, her choices, and why people still talk about her even now. Ann-Margret was born in Sweden in 1941. She moved to the United States as a child, carrying with her a mix of Swedish grace and curiosity about the world. What made her truly special was her ability to shine without needing anyone's permission. From her first stage performances to her movies, she had a way of standing out that made people stop and watch. Her early roles were not just about acting. She was a performer in the truest sense. Singing, dancing, smiling at the camera, she did it all with a natural charm that seemed effortless. What really caught attention were the photos she posed for during her career. Some were daring, some playful, and some so bold that people still remember them today. One thing that is clear when looking at these photos is confidence. Confidence is not about showing off. It is about feeling comfortable in your own skin. Ann-Margret clearly had that in abundance. The photos we are talking about are not just images, they are statements. Each picture tells a story about someone who knew who she was and was unafraid to show it. You might wonder why these photos became so famous. The answer is simple: authenticity. Ann-Margret never tried to look like someone else. She was playful, flirtatious, bold, and beautiful in a way that felt real. People could see that she was enjoying herself, and that made her photos unforgettable. Her career in Hollywood was full of highlights. She acted in movies such as Viva Las Vegas with Elvis Presley and showed a talent that went beyond looks. Yet even while her movies were hits, the photos she took for magazines and publicity often captured more attention. Why? Because they revealed a side of her that words in a script could not. When you look at these images now, it is easy to notice something important. Ann-Margret was ahead of her time. She embraced her body, her style, and her presence in a world where women were often told to hide or be shy. Instead, she celebrated herself, and that celebration inspired millions. Let us talk about one of the most talked about images. In this photo, Ann-Margret is wearing a minimal outfit, yet she carries herself with a mix of playfulness and strength. There is no shame, no fear, just confidence. That is a quality that people notice immediately. You can see why the photo made headlines back then, and why it still captures attention today. Fans loved her not just for her looks, but because she seemed approachable. She smiled, laughed, and sometimes teased the camera. That made people feel like they were seeing her true personality, not just a carefully made-up image. It is easy to forget how rare that was at the time, and why it made her photos feel so daring. Another reason these images remain memorable is their variety. Some photos are fun, some are serious, and some are outright bold. But all of them have one thing in common. They show her being herself. When someone is completely themselves, it is impossible to look away. What can we learn from Ann-Margret's bold photos? First, confidence shines brighter than anything else. You do not need the perfect outfit, the perfect pose, or the perfect hair to be unforgettable. Second, being authentic makes people connect with you in a way that no makeup or camera tricks can. And lastly, embracing your own body and personality can create images that remain iconic for decades. Even as she grew older, Ann-Margret never lost that spark. She continued performing, appearing in interviews, and yes, even in photos that reminded people of her youthful charm. That is proof that confidence and authenticity never fade. They grow stronger with time. So when you look at these photos, it is not just about what is being shown on the surface. It is about what is underneath, the boldness, the self-belief, and the joy of being unapologetically yourself. That is the magic of Ann-Margret. That is why people still look at these images decades later and feel inspired. In the end, Ann-Margret's photos remind us that life is too short to hide who we are. She took risks, had fun, and showed the world that confidence and playfulness are timeless. Whether you are a fan of her movies, her singing, or just her amazing personality, there is one thing you cannot deny. Ann-Margret left a mark on the world that still shines brightly today. Thank you for staying with me and exploring these unforgettable photos. If you enjoyed seeing Ann-Margret in a new light, do not forget to share this video with someone who loves classic Hollywood or bold personalities. Her story is proof that courage, charm, and confidence never go out of style.